Hello. Now, the third function I'm going to show you is extracting keywords from a URL. And this is exactly what search engines will do. Okay, it's part of the building blocks behind a search engine. Reusable function, you'll like the function. And as I said earlier, I'm not here to teach you how to code in PHP. I'm here to give you the functions so you can copy them and save them to a text file, to a file as PHP file. And so anyway, let's go ahead and get into the actual function right now. Okay, so this is the actual PHP function, okay, that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to leave it there for a minute so you can see it, and then you'll scroll down to copy it. Okay, and so this has several functions in it, so I believe if I remember right, but I'm not going to scroll because I want you to be able to copy it. All right. Anyway, so this is the primary. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the first part of the function here, the primary part of the function right here. Where you see me doing that there. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and scroll up so you can copy the rest. Then you got the second function right here in that deal, which will end right here. Okay, and I'll let you copy that function. And it looks like there's 3 functions in there. I forgot, so anyway, so you can copy that. And now I'm going to scroll down to the next part. All right. Let me see. And so the extract keywords is probably the last function. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Yeah, that's the last part of the function. And so you wanted to copy this part right here as well. Okay. Now you're seeing everything that's actually there, if I'm not mistaken. Let me scroll down one bit. Okay. Well, I'll wait for you to copy it, and type it and pause it. I think I put a note down here in the bottom about file get contents, okay, and how it works. And you have to alter your INI file within your web server, or what's called the PHP and INI file, to allow it to work. Let me see if it's in there. No. Yeah, there it is. This uses PHP file get contents, which requires allowed URL to open to build enable PHP and INI. So you'll have to make sure you have that. Now this here is not showing due to whatever reasons. I don't know. I have to kind of look into it. Might be corrupt. I'm not sure. Anyway, you don't want to copy this part here, but at least keep this part right here. All right. So anyway, that's the code on how to how a web server will how do I say that? How a web server will use stop work. How a web server will work with keywords. Okay, and I'll point this out here. Okay, now this is going to php.net. Okay, so that's the URL it's going to. Okay, then the stop words it has here, which are these words are going to be stopped out. In other words, they're not going to be in there. When it returns the words, which is what this does here, this print R means it's an array. Give me an array of the words. Okay, and I could take that here because this means here, this here keywords means it's an array, because I know, because of print R. Okay, so anyway, what I could do is use a for each statement to loop through that array and get each keyword one by one, put it into a database or whatever. Okay, now that I showed you the actual code right here, now what would the output look like? You want to see how many words this program got? That many words. Okay, that's that many words. So it was a total of 350 words. Okay. Oh, it says here, this file uses file get contents, which requires allow URLF open to be enabled in the PHP NI file. So that's there. It is. It's appearing correctly there. So anyway, so that's the actual output. And if I go here, back here, then you're seeing the actual code here. Okay, what it's actually doing is revealing it from a text file. That's why it's not showing correctly rather than an HTML file. So from the web server, I got to alter my configuration file to get that set right. And anyway, that's how you do it. You be blessed. You have a good day. I hope you enjoyed the code, and don't work too hard, okay? And so that's all I can say.